Daws Custom is a hot rod content creator. It's us against the world, baby.
Hidden deep in the shadows of a damp, cold, long-abandoned barn, buried beneath years of dust, rust, and forgotten stories, lies more than just your average barn find. This is a long-forgotten, sinister 1990 Chevy G10 van, a machine with a dark past, twisted and thirsty for adventure. And now, it's time to bring it back from the dead.
On this episode of Daws Custom, we're bringing shit back to life.
Hey guys, we're driving with no brakes.
Is it a hell of a lot better? Yes, it is. And if you need me to stop you, motion me around you and you can hit me.
Okay.
What is up, guys? We got a special episode for you this time. We're doing a Halloween edition creeper van barn find. We're going to drive this to a Halloween campground this October. It is not October right now, but we bought a creeper van. This is a 1990, I believe, barn find. It's been sitting here for about 3 years. It's not really a barn find. I've known it was here, but it is a long wheelbase. Unfortunately, it's not a shorty, which is what I wanted. It is in really good shape, other than the patina surface rust. I think it's a V6. I don't really know a whole lot about it, engine-wise, but the inside is immaculate. Other than it's got some stuff in here we're gonna have to get out. Seats are a little mildewed, as you can see. Not a lot of room in here. It's got a little bit of rust on the big sliding door on the other side. I'll show you guys later.
Here's down. I just put that in the truck. I'd clean all that.
Wow, it is gone.
Daws, I gotta have some jumper cables.
And the battery not up?
Guess not. Lit up test light. You got any jumper cables? Well,
I guess I could pull the battery out of my blue truck. It's a side post.
is it?
Yeah.
Let's do that. Is it too hard to get out? Mine's a top post, so we take it out of my car.
It's right there on the underneath the hood. I mean, it's just the 2 bolts or whatever.
You're gonna drive this anyways.
Yeah. Then we can pull it out when I get down there, and then
I mean, I charged this battery up, but it's been sitting a while. I might
Yeah.
charge it up and it'd be alright. I mean, the lights come on, but it's real low.
yeah.
Damn post is stripped off. Huh. Fucking hot, looks like somebody had pliers on it.
I need to replace them. I got to tighten them up with a pair of channel locks, I think. Or vice for choosing.
Battery, you don't want it, do you?
I mean,
I'm gonna give you the one that I tried to put in there. I think it'll work.
we'll use it for a core or something other. Just hold on to it if I need a core. I might end up just buying a battery for that one, the van.
All you need to do is buy the little socket thing that goes in there. The new bolt.
Yeah, the nuts or whatever.
I wonder what size that is.
Probably a 10.
I'd say it's a size it's missing. It's a 13. Just take it out. I'll take a 13.
There's probably a 13 in there. We're currently robbing parts off the work truck.
That battery's too big. I just slid the battery over a little bit. It wouldn't work. Well, might not work.
Buzzer works.
Well, we're nothing crazy because the battery is just
This looks kind of sketchy.
well, just sitting there. It's just a hair big, so this game been started in probably at least 3 years, maybe 4.
Try to quick cussing so I don't have to edit so much.
I didn't cut.
You said this some chain been started.
Are you gonna start it?
You can start it.
Is it ready?
Yeah.
Why don't you check the old brake lights on? Might be out of brake fluid.
One of the lines get busted. Might not even move.
Might be something behind it.
Check make sure there ain't nothing.
Horn blows.
Go ahead.
You're gonna have to watch me.
Watch this edge over here. Alright, cut it. Up, 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 up.
Huh?
Go on back.
I need turn.
Cut it now. Straight, straight, straight. Straight. Alright, cut it.
I don't think she's got any brakes, Hoss.
At all?
You might want to look behind me. It's on fire, Ricky Bobby. I don't have no brakes, so you have to. No, that's why I had to throw her in reverse. Can I go forward?
Yeah, you can come forward. You got about a foot. You can cut it if you want. Oh, hold up, hold up, hold up. You're stuck on this fence post.
The hell was that?
You're stuck on this stupid.
Not gonna make it over there.
I don't.
No, did I just do that?
No, it's something like that. Here, I'll hold it down. And
Let me back up and get it out from under the tire because I need to hit it a little bit.
all right. I hope.
Don't scratch it.
Nah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to move it. See if you can pull. Hell, I'm stuck on the bushes too.
I'm gonna hit it. What the hell am I gonna run?
Back up a little bit. I don't know what all that is.
Let's see.
Probably have 4 flat tires.
I can go straight, can't I?
Yeah, just watch them bushes right there, or trees. Golly, look at the smoke over there. That's from the freaking van. Holy cow, here he comes.
He has no brakes, boss.
Look at all this. Look at all the smoke.
Car was like this.
Runs like a champ.
There ain't no brake fluid.
Oh, that's the rear. It's
This is the rear.
It's probably got a blowed line.
You got any fluid down there in the garage?
Yeah, we got some down at the garage.
I don't think we can drive her like this. I'm glad you tear it up over here.
Me, you run over everything. Probably knocked the back window out of it.
Tires are flat.
Yeah.
Starting to rust right here, too.
There's some bad rust at the bottom of the door. And so he's decided he's gonna drive it down to the garage. I'm not that far from my shop, so we're just gonna drive it down the road and then work on it down there.
Hit the flasher. Yeah. All right, follow me.
Hey, if you need me to stop you, motion me around you and you hit me.
Okay.
Holy crap, bite me. Hey, I'm gonna turn that camera on. There's a button on the right side, hold it down. All right, now when it shows up, just hit the button on the top. Just push the button on the top. All right, you're good.
Hey guys, we're driving with no brakes.
Don't try this at home, kids. How the heck did we turn it? Golly, this thing smokes. How in the heck do you... Oh, here's the flashers. Found the flashers, guys. It's right there. Golly. We might have to roll the windows up, guys. It's literally got 4 flat tires. They're like not even aired up. He's smoking us James Bond style out. Look behind you. You can't even see anything. Look at the car behind us. Can't even see. The car behind us is gone. They can't even see. This thing is burnt like 5 quarts of oil. KO'd the tree limb.
Well, let's see if the old tire will do a burnout. Nope.
Golly.
She's a little bit warm too. I think she might be out of antifreeze. Woo-wee! I think she might be on fire, Ricky Bobby.
It was like James Bond. You couldn't even see the car behind us.
She's a little bit hot too.
Is it low on antifreeze?
Yep.
Alright guys, it's been a couple weeks since we were here last. Today we're going to try to move it from there over to there. First thing we're going to do, which is the most important thing, is we're going to replace valve seals on it. It's not going to be an easy task. Never done this before, but kind of know how to do it. Anyway, we got to pull the inside cover off so we can get the engine exposed so we can get to it. I went and picked up a battery because the battery we have is trash. So we went ahead and picked up a battery. Now we're going to go ahead and put the battery in now. See how hard it's going to be to get to the valve covers, off. Once we get to it, we're going to change the valve seals. We'll tell you a little bit more about that. Let's go ahead and we'll put this battery in and move this junk over to the next door. This is probably one of the hardest batteries I've ever put in my entire life. There's just no room to do this. Now hopefully we can get this nice and tightened up and she will fire up. I don't know what was wrong with the other battery. I literally tried to charge it earlier. Charged it, tried to jump it, wouldn't do anything. We were told the battery didn't work when we got it anyway, but we wanted to try it. Okay, Superstar, let's see what you got. What the heck? I think we blew a fuse from earlier. Alright guys, well I think the brand new battery that I just got is dead. I have it on charge right now, so I'm waiting to see if that helps anything. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and start taking this cover off of the dash so we can expose the engine. That's the most important thing we do, so we're going to go ahead and start at least doing that. Holy cow. We're not going to tell our in-laws that there's money in there. We got cash back, guys. Not sure how this comes out at all. I think I got to take these bolts out of the floor. Those are going to be fun. They're nice and rusted looking. All right, I'm going to go grab, it looks like a 9/16. We'll be right back. Good thing about our van, guys, so we got plenty of floor space for the camera. Holy cow! Best thing, this thing needs a new windshield put in. That's why it's so rusty. All the water's running down in the floor and causing the floor to rust. Probably going to try and call tomorrow about getting a windshield put in this before we go. Holy cow. Oh man, this is going to be a cakewalk. Hold me to it, guys. This is going to be a cakewalk. Remember that. Excuse me, camera. Try not to kill the camera. There we go, guys. There's the little V6. See, guys, the good thing about a van is you have chairs to sit on while you work over top of the engine. You can get to everything. No, this is going to be a disaster. Just wait. Good work today, guys. Alright, guys. Just about got the valve cover ready to come off. Actually, now that I think about it, I need to do something else real quick. Need to vacuum all this dirt away from here so we don't drop it down in the engine. Trying to take this bracket off so it's easier to get the valve cover off. Alright, guys, let's go ahead and pull this valve cover off. Hopefully we can get it off here. Might need a little pry bar action here. Feels like, oh, oopsie, there's another bolt in it, guys. That's probably why it won't come off. I bet you it comes right off. Well, guys, I think I know what the problem is. Well, guys, we just took the valve cover off, and I think I can see why we're smoking so bad. As you can see, the drain plugs are not draining the oil back out at all. So, that being said, can't really tell if the valve seals are bad at this moment, but we're going to have to try to drain the oil out of there and then see if we can figure out why it's not draining. It's probably just got burnt up oil. It's clogged the pores up. Anyway, then we'll be able to check the valve seals out and hopefully examine those and see how bad they are. Get this oil drained out of here and see if we can get this thing to quit smoking. Hopefully we're not going to have to change the valve seals, but we got to find the valve seals to see if they're bad, to see if we have to change them. What is up, guys? We are taking the right side valve cover off. We just dug it out. It's completely covered over top with wiring, hoses, dipsticks, mud daubers, you name it. It was covering it. We're going to go ahead and pull this off. I'm going to try to let you guys get a good look. What the problem was, the left side was completely stopped up. There was no oil flowing anywhere on the top of the head that was draining out. And I believe that's what's wrong with this side. So we're going to go ahead and try to clean the top of this out like we did the left side as best as we can. And then once we get it all cleaned out, we will try to get some engine flush and try to flush the engine out as best as we can. Don't know exactly what we're going to use yet. Might use diesel fuel. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and pull this valve cover off and show you guys what the problem was. Okay, guys, if we can get the valve cover off, we'll see how much oil is stuck inside this head. Alright, so it looks like all the oil is drained out, but there's a bunch of sludge that we're going to have to clean out like we did the other side. This engine looks literally just like my LS motor did that's in the Screaming Banshee. It is just completely trashed. Anyway, guys, we're going to go ahead and start trying to clean this head out. As soon as we get the head cleaned out, we'll button everything back up, put some engine flush in it, and see what we can clean out of this thing. Alright, guys, we got all the junk of what we could scraped out of the right side, top of the head. What we're going to do tomorrow, I'm going to take my diesel fuel can with me. I'm going to try to get some diesel fuel and we're gonna pour it inside the engine, maybe, kind of, sort of, and see if we can wash some of it out. We might even get some kind of engine flush to put in the oil and run it for a little while and try to clean most of it out and drain the oil out a couple times and try to flush it out real good. It's the only way without taking it completely apart to clean it. So might do some Googling tonight and see if anybody else has any suggestions, but that's what we're going to try to do tomorrow. It's about all we can do to clean the top of the heads off and where the rock arms and stuff are. We're doing this to hope that it stops the smoking, and it was clogged up, so that's why it was really burning some oil. So hopefully that's what we're trying to do, so we don't have to change the valve seals, but we might have to end up changing the valve seals. This might not fix it. This is what we're going to try to do, is clean it up and get it to where the oil will flow inside the engine so it's not backed up on top of the head and running down into the cylinder, which is why it was smoking. So anyway, that's going to be it for tonight, guys. Alright guys, we got some diesel fuel. This is going to be our washing detergent that we're going to use today. It's what a couple people told me they would use, and I thought it would be a good idea also, so that's what we're going to try to use. If you do this, you're trying to wash out an engine, do not start it with diesel fuel because you will wash out your bearings and destroy your engine, so I wouldn't recommend doing that. We're going to drain it out, mix some oil with it, whatnot, try to get it to run a little bit, try to really flush it out, take the valve covers off, try to pour some diesel fuel down in it, see what we can clean up more. And then tomorrow we might try to start it. You've seen earlier, it won't start for some reason now, so we're going to tackle that maybe tomorrow, or maybe try to do it today. So we're literally just going to dump it straight down the head. We're going to make a hell of a mess. Oh, what a mess. I need to try to find some kind of brush to go over this. I was supposed to get a brush and failed to get a brush today. I'm gonna pour something down that side, at least get it to where it'll soak on top of it a little bit. This side is probably honestly the worst. Probably dump one more down this side, and then I'm gonna see if I can find a brush. Dude, alright guys, I got my paintbrush. I'm gonna show you what this looks like before we start. It looks like absolute crap, as you can see. Like the oil has never been changed. Let's go check out the other side. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try and clean it up as best as I can with a paintbrush, and that's gonna be all she wrote. And we're gonna put it back together and send it. So then this is the passenger side. The passenger side looks a little worse, but actually there was no oil standing. I don't know if it just all drained out. It was pretty gunked up too. We're gonna paint this thing with diesel fuel and see how well we can clean it. We'll let you guys see afterward. Alright guys, we got the heads cleaned up pretty well, but unfortunately I think I'm going to do some more major cleaning. That involves taking the intake off of this. I didn't really want to do this because there's a lot of freaking crap on top of the intake that has to be taken loose and whatnot and moved out of the way. I believe the runner that goes down underneath the intake is probably going to be the same way these heads are, and it really needs to be cleaned out. Not that it wouldn't survive or that sort of thing, but there's so much sludge and crap in it that it would really be better off. I'm already to this point. It would be smarter to just pull it off and clean it out. Yes, it's going to take longer. If I hustle and get it tore apart and put back together, I think I would be better off. So I'm going to go ahead and start trying to tear this apart as much as I can, and at least get the intake bolts ready to take out. Maybe do that tomorrow and clean the runner out. So anyway, I'll put you all in a time lapse because I'm sure you don't want to see me pull all this crap apart. So once we get to where the bolts are, we'll throw it back on. We'll let you guys see us pull this intake out. Okay guys, I believe everything is unhooked. That being said, we're going to attempt to take the intake off at the moment. So let's see if we can pop this thing off. I don't know the best way to do this. There's nothing really to pry on. Lovely. That actually came loose fairly well. It's kind of odd. Looks like this intake has been off before, just by the way it looks. Boom. Should be able to pick it up here. Wow, not as bad as, or it's pretty bad. It is pretty bad. It would have definitely survived, but it is very, very bad. It's about 10 o'clock I'm done, I'm going home. We're gonna clean this beast out tomorrow, hopefully start putting it back together. Cross our fingers we don't find anything else we need to fix, because I don't want to have to tear it down any further than it already is. We'll see you tomorrow. Alright guys, we're back again today for this disaster. Right now we're going to go ahead and start cleaning this valley out. I'm going to go ahead and take the intake gaskets off, scrape the heads off, make sure everything's clean. We're going to try to just scrape as much oil out as we can. We're going to pour diesel fuel down in there just like we did at the top of the head. Once it's all clean, we're going to button her back together. Not going to spend a whole lot of time on this. So it's late and we got down here late, so let's get after it. Alright guys, I'll show you here in a minute. We got the tops of the intake cleaned up, got all the gasket and everything scraped off of it. We're going to go ahead and pull this rag out now and start scraping on the valley, trying to get it all cleaned up now. Alright guys, I don't think it's going to be that much to clean out of here, honestly, because most of it is just over in this area. And this tray right here needs to be taken out. That's what we're taking out right now. Oh yeah guys, this is going to be a cakewalk. Now the trick is to scrape all this gunk. See, I don't know why it's just built up in this corner, but it's just built up over here in this corner. But like all this other stuff, it's clean. Everything else is like fairly, I mean obviously there's oil on it. On the back and the front is probably the most, but like over where the lifters and stuff ride, there's like no oil at all. Like build up. Sludge makes no sense at all. Alright, let's scrape all this crap out of here. Okay guys, we got the valley cleaned up now. As you can see, it's not completely clean with absolutely nothing in it. All the gunk is gone now. It's just stains and stuff like that now. I think that is pretty much all the cleaning that we're going to do to the valley down in here. The next thing, here's the actual, all the gunk and stuff that we cleaned out of the valley. But anyway, tomorrow, I don't know how much we'll do. We might clean up like the distributor, the intake, that sort of thing. I don't know how much I'm going to do tomorrow, but we still have a lot to do to this, so we need to work on it every single day that we can so we can go camping. We're trying to make one camping event, but I don't know, we might not make that one, so we might have to go to a different one. But anyway, we're going to get this thing dialed in and ready to hit the road. But anyway guys, that's going to be it for tonight. We'll work on cleaning up all our other odd and end stuff tomorrow. And then that way, once it's all cleaned up, be ready to go, put back on, and then we'll be ready to rock and roll with it. Of course, we're getting a phone call right in the middle of videoing. Oh, it's my brother. Hello, I'm at the garage right now. Well, I'm at the garage, but yeah, I'm on my way. What's up guys? We got a slight problem here we got to take care of real quick. We don't have no qualified nurses today, so they called in Daws Custom. Next best thing, we got to deliver this baby. We'll be right back to the episode. See you in a minute. What's up guys, we are back. Today we're going to be working on valve seals. So we went ahead and decided that we're going to change the valve seals on this because we got it this far tore apart, so might as well fix the problem that you know you have so you don't have it down the road. This is our spring compressor. I actually bought one from O'Reilly's and we can't get it to compress the spring enough to be able to use it. So that being said, we made this contraption. It bolts onto the rocker arm stud. They actually sell these, you can buy. There's probably a name for these, but we made one ourselves. And you just pull up on it and it pushes the spring down, take the keepers out, then the spring comes right off. We also have a hose that screws into the spark plug hole and airs up the cylinder, holds the valve up from falling down the top of the cylinder. We're going to go ahead and rotate the motor over. We've already did one for a practice run before we started this. We got to get to number 6 right now, I believe. And then we'll be able to change the seals on it. So let's go ahead. I have to move all this wiring and stuff out of the way too. So give us just a minute here. Is it moving?
I didn't really feel it move. Yeah, I felt it move now. Yeah, it's coming up. It's coming up. Ho, 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 ho. We got my finger pinched. All right, come on with it. Come on. That's it right there. It stopped.
Okay.
Stopped right there, though.
Alright. Alright, now we'll have to take them rocker arms loose.
Check it. Yeah, they feel loose. They feel that feels a little tight. But put your air back on there and make sure they're closed.
Yeah, well, that's what we're going to do. We'll hook the air up now. Did you turn the air back off?
No, there you go.
I guess it matters what we do first. Alright guys, what we're doing right now, we're taking the rocker arms off. Once we get the rocker arms off, then we'll be able to put our tool on and compress the spring. Not hard, it's just really time consuming. Alright, do you want to work the tool or you want to take off the keepers?
Let me work the tool.
Okay, well, your best thing to do is come sit right here where I'm at.
I'm gonna come on the other side here.
Well, I have to smack it a little bit. Put a little pressure on it. There it goes.
Yeah.
Alright, easy.
Get the stem, valve stem top. Right down on the left. There you go. Now you own it, but
No.
that's it. That's just junk built up.
I guess we can put it back together now.
Yeah.
Alright, whenever you're ready.
Go.
Up, 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 up. Alright, good. Alright guys, first thing today we're going to be working on the TBI intake. We're going to get it cleaned up and ready to go back on the engine. The engine side, everything is all cleaned up and ready to be put back on. But we have to clean the gaskets off the bottom of the intake runners around the bottom of the intake. Clean it up really good. We're going to replace some of the gaskets. We're going to replace the water neck, the throttle body, and then obviously where the distributor sits. Other than that, we're going to blow some of the dirt off of this, put it back together, and get this thing underway of firing back up. We've got to hook a bunch of stuff up, so it's probably going to take a little bit, but this is the next biggest task we got to do. So we're going to go ahead and tackle this today. Let's get into it. Hopefully we have a gasket for this and not be taking it off for no reason. This is not a hammer. Let me get a screwdriver so we don't break something. My tools are literally covered in oil because they didn't get cleaned yesterday. So I'm having to fight with that right off the bat. Starting out great today, guys. There we go. That's what we want. Probably nothing wrong with this, but we're already this far into it. We might as well just put it together good. Make this thing bulletproof. So, because we are driving this pretty far. Trash. Get a scraper now. Of course I can't find one of my sockets. We had to use a 1/2 inch with an adapter. This gasket is trash. Trash. Those are all the gaskets we were going to clean up. We're going to blow this intake off though because it's got dirt standing on it. Guys, I might be a little bit crazy. I was literally just standing out in the rain while it was lightning, pressure washing this intake. Now is it perfectly clean? Absolutely not. But is it a hell of a lot better? Yes, it is. I guess since the carburetor or throttle body doesn't require any gasket maker, I'm going to go ahead and put that on first. As you can hear, it's pouring down rain, so I don't know if we're actually going to put this intake on tonight or not. I just try to clean some stuff up. I need to clean all the intake bolts up still as I'm dropping debris on the gasket. But like I was saying, I need to clean up all the intake bolts, so we might do that tonight. This might just have to wait till tomorrow. Unfortunately, I got a little late start today, per usual. Okay, that's nice and tight. I'm gonna go find my gasket sealer, gasket maker, whatever you want to call it. And we'll go ahead and put the water pump gasket on. Hopefully this is the right direction this goes. Still absolutely disgusting, but it's together. Alright guys, today we're going to go ahead and put on the intake. First thing we're going to do, we got the intake gaskets. We're going to go ahead and glue these down to the block and let them sit up just for a little bit. And once they sit up for a little bit, then we will go ahead and stick the intake on. Then once we get the intake on, we'll go ahead and torque the intake down. Then we will start trying to plug stuff back up. So let's go ahead, we'll put these intake gaskets on and then go from there. Okay guys, now I think we're ready to roll. 3 days later guys, we're getting ready to stick this thing on here any second now. We're also going to get the intake and sit it down on here, hold pressure down on it while it dries, whatnot, until we get the bolts and stuff ready. I got all the bolts ready yesterday, but I want to make sure I know where they go because some of them are different than others, so I want to make sure that we put them in the right spot. This does take a little while to do guys, but we want to make sure we get a good nice seal on the intake. We don't have any water leaks into the intake or anything crazy like that. And we just about got this bad boy conquered here. Okay, now I'm going to put the other gasket on as soon as I wipe all this off. Alright guys, we're going to go grab the intake real quick and plop her down on here. Ow! Just remember guys, this isn't final install. But it's not final install because everything is right in the way. Well, we might get this intake sit down on there. We might have to take that bracket off because we don't want to be in the way when we do this actual real time. Looks good. Now we just got to do it for real. Alright, so what I got to do now is I got to figure out, there's some bolts that's just got a hex head on it, and then there's some bolts that has a hex head with a stud at the top, and those have to be in a certain spot. They kind of have to be used on other stuff. So we need to figure that out real quick while we let this sit up. Once it's set up, pull it back off, slap more silicone on it, send her home. Alright guys, it's time to plop this intake. But first we got to put gasket sealer on it and run as a bead down the back and the front of the block. And then it should be ready to plop on. So we're going to go ahead and seal this thing up. I know you can't really see this guys, but okay. I'm sure you don't really care necessarily. Some people probably won't put a bunch of sealer on this part of the intake, but that's okay. I don't really think you have to. I want to make sure that we get a good seal and have no leaks, so we're going to seal ours real good like. And in all honesty, I can't really see that good either, so we're kind of in the same boat as you guys. Alright, now I need to open the other one so I can run a bead on the front and the rear. We'll be ready to put the intake on. Alright guys, we need an intake quickly. Alright guys, now we need friggin' intake bolts, wherever I might do with those. Alright guys, as you can hear, the rain has started to move in once again. We actually was able to set it on top dead center from the bottom off the harmonic balancer. Top dead center markings and stuff is actually on the bottom, so that was very lucky. So right now we're going to go ahead and drop this thing back in and see if we can get this set. think that is dead money. Alright, let's find our distributor cap, wherever it might be. This is number 1. Bingo, right on number 1. Couldn't get any better. Alright guys, I'm going to go get a screwdriver so we can tighten the cap down and tighten the distributor down so it can't move anymore. And that's probably going to be it for tonight. It's already 8:30 and I got to make a couple stops on the way home. So we're going to cut out. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Alright guys, we're back again today. Today we got the canopy set up. It is drizzling rain. I was actually supposed to have a guy come in and put a windshield in today, but he couldn't do it because of the rain. He's supposed to come Friday now. We got the distributor in last night. What we're going to do today, we're going to go ahead and just start plugging stuff up, putting it where it's supposed to go. Then once we get everything hooked up, we need to drain the diesel fuel out that we poured in the engine, and then we're going to maybe put some used oil in it and run it through it a little bit and then drain it out. I don't know yet for sure. Right now we're just going to go ahead and start plugging stuff up because we want to try to get this thing where it's ready to start, which we're very close. There's not a whole lot to plug up really. Hopefully this will be pretty plain and simple. Hopefully we can get the distributor hooked up here right. We'll be doing good. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and put this valve cover on this side because I got to put a bracket on, and I can't put the bracket on if I don't have the valve cover on, because you can't put the valve cover if you have the bracket on. So we're going to go ahead and knock this side out. We almost forgot to plug these up. I guess this is what powers the injectors to this throttle body. We almost didn't plug them up. We almost forgot. Hook our hose, some kind of vacuum hose that's jacked up, hook it back up. We're gonna attempt to put this valve cover on if we can get it down in here in this mess. It wasn't too bad. Now if we can just find the bolts. Alright guys, we gotta put the oil neck on now so we can put oil in this thing. And once we get that on, I believe all we gotta put on is the breather. Couple brackets that I don't know where they went, so I'm gonna have to look through my pictures. Then we'll be ready to fire this thing other than oil. Alright guys, we got everything plugged up now. Hopefully. Still got to put the breather on. I need to run to town and get some oil. I feel like everything is flushed out of it. It's probably as good as it's going to get. But I thought about buying some cheap oil and running it a little bit and then flushing it out and then putting good oil in it. But I don't know if I'm going to do that for sure or not. But anyway, what we're going to do now, we're going to probably call it quits for tonight, and I'm going to run to town and get some oil and be ready to come back tomorrow and start this thing, other than a few little things. When we tried to fire it up in the beginning of the video, when we first was down here, it wouldn't start, so we got to figure out what was wrong with that. Once we get everything started and everything's running and operating right, we're going to move on to the brakes, because that's the next big thing that we have to conquer before we have to drive it. So we're going to move on to the brakes. At some point I got to switch the wheels. I might do that tomorrow. Anyway guys, we're going to finish a couple things up, and we'll see you tomorrow. Alright guys, right now we're going to go ahead and start putting the oil in this. I went ahead and pulled the drain plug on it and let all the diesel fuel run out that we left in there to kind of dissolve whatever else was left in the bottom of the oil pan. So hopefully that's all gone now. But we're going to go ahead and put some O'Reilly's brand 5W30 oil in, just so that I don't know if we're going to do an oil change right now, but I just bought some cheap stuff right now so we can go ahead and change it maybe later on down the road if I decide to. So we're going to go ahead and start putting this on, put the new oil filter on, pour the oil in it, and we're going to try to start this thing tonight. If we still have the problem why it wouldn't turn over, we're going to have to fix that. So we may get this started tonight, not 100% sure, but we're going to try to. So let's go ahead and pour this oil in and get this thing ready to start. Hopefully it'll dump this all over the back of my cap on my bed of my truck. A little tip, you can actually use this box to put your oil filter in so it doesn't flip over once it's full of oil. Someone taught me that, and I've been doing it ever since. If it turns over like that, you got bigger issues. I don't know what you're doing, but you're not doing something right. Man, I think this whole freaking quart of oil is going to fit in here. This is a big oil filter. Now we're going to go clean the bottom of the block off so we can put this oil filter on. Make sure you hold the bottom too, because it will fall out the bottom. Alright guys, let's see if we can dump this all over the engine bay. I'm only going to pour about 4 quarts in here. I'm going to leave it a little low because we did fill the oil filter up all the way, so that looks about like 4 quarts, so I don't have that tight yet. While I let it run down in the oil pan, we're going to go ahead and tighten the dipstick up so it doesn't fall off. Alright guys, so more likely this isn't going to do anything. It's not going to start because I don't have the key. Yeah, we're not going to start it because we don't have the key. Wherever it might have went. Found them. They were on the dash of my other truck. Well, we couldn't find them. Alright guys, this is the moment of truth. Will it start? Will the valves rattle? You're about to find out right now. Along with me. We're not getting no power to the starter, or it would probably start. So we're gonna go see if we can get underneath this thing and smack on the starter a little bit, or see if there's a little bit of a loose wire. Alright guys, take 2 here. We must have blew some kind of fuse or something or other. When we heard the pop earlier, I'm gonna go ahead and try to trace down maybe what the problem was. See if there's any kind of fuses on the dash. There is some kind of relay on the front of the firewall, whatever you want to call it. So we're gonna go check that out. Well, good morning guys. We're back again at it today with this disaster. So we spent the last 2 days trying to figure out why this thing won't start. And I still haven't figured out why it won't start. We're gonna try the ignition switch. I ordered one last night from O'Reilly's and I'm gonna go pick it up here just in a few minutes here. It didn't come in until about 9:30 and it's about 10 o'clock now. So this morning I went ahead and took off the brake lines, the hard lines, because there's a section of them that I have to replace. And I went ahead and picked up the brake lines to do that. We're gonna have to make a 3/16 and a quarter line that runs across the K member that has been submerged in mud and water for no telling how long. And now it is all rusted out and needs to be replaced. So we went ahead and picked up some copper coated line that you've seen us use on the channel before. This is called Nicop. I could be butchering this, but it is a copper coated line that is supposed to be non-rustable, so your brake lines won't ever rust again. We used it on the Camaro last time. We're going to run a section on the van today. I'm going to try to use some of the fittings over again. Probably have to buy 2 new ones, but that is okay. We'll take that. But anyway, we're going to probably bend these when we get back. I'm going to go pick up the ignition now, and we're going to try the ignition when we get back. And then hopefully once it starts, we're being positive here today, guys, because it has not been a good last few days. Once it starts, then we will move on to the brake lines. Shouldn't take us very long. We should be able to knock it out pretty easy. This stuff is really easy to bend. So if you're needing some brake line, definitely go buy some of this. Probably can get it at other stores too. But we got ours from O'Reilly. We'll go pick up this ignition switch and try it out. Hopefully it works. We'll be back ready to rock and roll, put this thing back together. Alright guys, we got our key switch ignition. We're going to try to see if we can get this thing to fire up. Cross your fingers, guys. Cross everything you got, because it has not been a good week. Of course, you got to put the other one in first. Alright guys, here is the moment of truth. So what we're doing, there's a rod that goes, I don't know if you can see this or not, but there's a rod that goes in here. When you turn the tumbler, it pushes the key ignition, turns it to the on position, and then when you turn it and it spring loads, that's what is in the crank position. So that's what we got to activate right now. Fuel pump. Still nothing. Well, that's a bummer. Alright guys, our next check that we're going to do is the starter. I got this push button start that we're going to hook up to the starter. I have no idea if this is going to work, but it's the next thing we're going to try. Thinking maybe the solenoid may not be activating, and this should tell us if it is or not. I'm going to go ahead and hook this up to our starter so we can test this out next. Alright, 3 days later, we got the starter hooked up. Alright, I guess turn the key on. Ready?
Yeah.
Nothing. Solenoid's out. solenoid's out.
When you're doing that, do it again. Hit it.
It ain't doing nothing. The solenoid's bad. Okay, well then why else would the starter not kick on? It's jumping the starter out. That's literally what we're doing. Have you never jumped a starter out before with the screwdriver?
Yeah.
Well, that's what we're doing. Should it not start? It's got 12 volts to it. It's lighting up right now.
Well, that ought to do it. It ain't doing starter or solenoid or both. Maybe that's what popped the damn solenoid. Hell, I don't know those. I didn't hear it.
Well,
That should make it crack over.
Yeah, for sure. I'm trying to think if I got a good starter here that I know of. I think I do. We could try it.
Well, if you got a starter, where's it at?
I gotta go look at my storage unit.
Done nothing. Shouldn't it?
Hell, maybe that starter jumped too.
Well, that ought to make it jump out right there.
Pretty sure we got a good ground.
Yeah, it's got a ground. Right there.
Think our batteries jumped?
Oh, I don't think so. Put your battery charger on that battery. I don't know if you can get it all on there now. I get so much shit hooked to the battery, you never get the battery charger hooked to it. Well, I don't know if this starter's good. I mean,
Yeah,
what'd it come off of?
I have no idea.
We got that purple wire is going down there now, hot with the key, so we know we ain't got no broken wire. That should do it.
I don't know. The only thing I know is
I tell you what we can do. Pop your hood and let's put battery cables on your battery. Make sure that battery may be low. You know, I don't know. That's a brand new battery though, ain't it?
well, yeah. I've had brand new stuff bad, so.
But
Yep.
that's what it is. That battery's low.
Let's try that one now. Locked up.
Nothing wrong with the starter.
It may read 12 volts, but if
It should be 12.4 or something like that.
it's reading 12.3, so something's wrong with the battery. I mean, wouldn't you think 12.3 volts should be enough to start the engine?
Apparently it ain't, because it won't. That battery does. This one won't.
Well, let's see what that one reads. This one's 12.7.
Yeah, well, that battery's dead. Battery there is no good.
Just hit it, see if she's gonna
I
start.
guess just get in there and see what it does. So we put a jumper box on it or whatever. See if the key comes on.
Ready?
Yeah. Don't do nothing else.
What?
Don't touch nothing else. Just leave it on. Let's put everything back together. There's nothing wrong with it. The battery's bad.
Battery. 3 days trying to figure out what's wrong with it.
Well, at least there's nothing wrong. That battery there needs to be charged up. Well, let's put everything back together that we got off.
I don't know why I didn't check that to start with. But you think you get
Well, I thought it was a good battery.
you get a good battery, a brand new battery, it should be good.
Well, that tickles me to death. I never was so glad to hear something crank over in my life.
Yeah, now with the valves rattled.
Well, hopefully the valves if you got them adjusted, and it'll start.
Alright guys, we got the van where it would turn over. Turns out the battery was bad, so that was a bummer. Spent 3 days trying to figure out what was wrong with it, and it was battery. Anyway, for some reason it's a little out of time right now, and it'll hit, but it won't stay running. So I'm gonna come back to that. We got brakes to do. We got to make these hard lines that run across the K-member that is completely rusted out. That's why we didn't have any brakes when we drove it down here. So we're gonna go ahead and make these brake lines. Also have 3 rubber lines that I got to put on too that I'm gonna do also. Once we get these made, probably throw these on, and then we'll move on to the rubber lines. Hopefully it'll be about lunchtime, but I don't even know what time it is. But we're on a crunch. We got to have this thing kind of semi-ready to go tomorrow. We got a lot to do. Let's get after it. We don't have much time. Nice. Yeah, we're just bending this in the general vicinity. Try to just get as close as possible. Doesn't have to be perfect. This isn't a show truck. We just want to get a nice easy bend where the lines fall where they need to and send her home. Now if we can crimp, we're going to cut that end off because we're going to reuse that. But this is the main section that we wanted to reroute and make it higher so it doesn't lay in the K-member and rust out. Pretty close to the, it's a little different, but first thing we're going to do, we're going to load up our die here. You want your line at the very end of the die. You want to make sure your die is back up against this because when it puts pressure, it will push this die back if it's not all the way up against this. So you want to make sure that you got it all the way up against there. And you want to make sure the line is tight in the die so it doesn't slip. Because if it slips, it'll mess up your flare. And you don't want a bad flare because you don't want leaking brake fluid everywhere. Tubing is a little bit out too far, but we're going to take a chance here. Make sure our line's not slipping, good to go. Then you will compress this until it stops. Release pressure off of it. That's the first flare. This is a double flare, so I guess that's just a single. Now we'll go in for the double, change out our die. All the dies are marked for all the line that you need. Make sure our line's not sliding in. Go until it won't go anymore. Bam. One more flare to go. Doesn't look the best, but it will probably work, which is all that matters. Alright guys, we got the new brake lines made. We're going to go test fit them, see how they fit. We'll let you guys know. Once we get these on, I'm going to go and start taking the rubber brake lines off and go ahead and replace them because I got them. Don't know if they're really bad, but I was told that one of them was sticking before the brake lines blew. So we're just going to go ahead and change them. We already got them, so might as well use them. Alright guys, so these are our hand-cooked 225 70R15s that would come off the Screaming Banshee. Now the backs are 235 70R15s. Now the back are a little bit wider than the front, obviously, but that's what we're going to be running on the van right now. The Screaming Banshee hasn't did anything at all this year, so we're going to borrow the wheels and tires off of it for now to run on the van so we don't have any blowouts with our Maypops that we have on the van now. We're going to go ahead and change these out while we're doing brake lines. The front, I have to take the wheels off to get to the brake lines, so we're going to go ahead and change them right now. We'll do the back also and put the backs on there. Probably going to get some kind of different wheel for the van at some point, so we're just going to use these for temporary. Be perfect for what we're trying to do. Well, this has been a royal pain in the butt. There's one off. If we can just find the clip that we lost, we'll be doing great. Freaking brass piece is rusted to the freaking caliper. Brake fluid in the mouth. Come on, why don't you start in there? Ta-da! Now we just gotta hook up the rubber line to the hard line. Just get this rubber line, and then the front brakes are done. Alright guys, right now I can't really remember where I left off last time, but I have all the brake lines buttoned up. I had a rear rubber line, but they gave me the wrong one, so I just put the old one back on because you could blow air through it, so I figured it was still good. But right now we are trying to get this thing ready. There's a sheriff coming tomorrow and he's going to inspect this because this van is not from Kentucky, so I got to get it inspected before I can get it insured. Got to make sure it's up to standards so he passes our vehicle. I'm putting on the windshield wipers right now, so we're going to put those on. I've checked all the lights. I'm going to have to make another trip back to town to O'Reilly's to get some lights. I literally just came from there and totally forgot to check the lights before I left to see what bulbs I needed. I'm going to also try, and I'm having a timing issue like I said earlier. I'm going to try to get the timing squared away, and once it's squared away, this thing is road ready. We got like 4 days, I think, to have this finished, so let's get this thing knocked out. I have already bought new windshield wiper blades, so we won't be needing these junkers anymore because they're junk. These have got their money's worth. Pat, you've got your money's worth out of these. Now if we can just figure out what we did with them. Guys, if you're getting new windshield wipers, get the Master Pros. This is O'Reilly's cheap brand, and they're just as good as the good stuff. These used to be called Rain Guard, so if you've gotten them in the past, these are $4 a piece. These were $8. Sometimes you get windshield wipers and you pay, I don't know, $20 for like one. Get the Master Pros, they're cheaper. And our camera's about to die too. Alright guys, so what I'm doing right now, I'm going to go ahead and fill the brake booster up, and we'll start gravity bleeding these. So I'm just going to open up all the bleeders and let the bleeders self-bleed. So what you'll do is you'll just break open the bleeder, and gravity will pull the fluid through the lines and out the bleeders. And then once you let it bleed out for a little bit, then you just shut them off, and your brakes should be good. You might have to bleed them a little bit, but we're going to try not to. We're just going to fill these up and hope for the best. Alright guys, we dropped the distributor for like the 5th time. 5th time's a charm, right? We're going to try to start this thing up now. Ready?
Yep.
Come on. Heel. No. It's like it's 180 out.
That's a fuel pump.
I did, Dad, but do you not hear it backfiring?
I heard it, yeah.
How in the hell is it 180 out?
Don't know. If you take it is 180 out, pick it up and turn it a half a turn and
But
drop it back.
it's on top dead center. Maybe that first mark is 10 degrees advanced.
Well, you can try to turn it, distributor, and try it again. Turn it a little bit.
Well, let me, I'll go down there and put it on the second mark instead of the first mark, and we'll try that. Because, I mean, it was hitting a lot closer than that. I mean, it was actually firing.
Well, it started last night.
I don't think that mark up there, that first mark, is where it needs to be.
Well, if you move the mark, you're going to have to redrop this.
Well, I know I'm going to have to take all this back loose. I'm going to put it on. I'll tell you what we'll do. I'll put it on that first mark like I had it, and I'll take this spark plug out, and you'll take the punch and stick it in there and see if feel it come up. I'll turn it to the second mark and see if it's still coming up when I get to that, because them marks aren't that far apart. They're only about that far apart, so it could be. I mean, that's not right. It was a lot closer than that earlier today. Right now we're thinking it's 180 out. It's point over here, so we picked it back up and we're going to drop it again. I think that's the same length as mine.
Same?
Yeah. You ain't got a longer one?
No, that's the long as I got.
Let me see this one. I might be able to get this one down in there. It might be skinnier than the one I got.
Here's what you used the other day.
This one would work maybe, but I don't know if I'll ever get it down in here without. Oh, I just got it.
There you go.
It's where it needs to be, but freaking rod's not lined up. There it goes. I think that's going to be really close. It's just a smidge before it, but we can turn the distributor to where we need it. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Got a little lifter stick, probably just not built up yet.
Sound about like it did when it before? I didn't hear it.
I didn't get the
It
right
ain't moving or nothing.
No.
There's something gonna smoke. Huh?
I said it's gonna smoke. It's got oil and stuff all over it.
Oh yeah. I wonder if it's smoking out the back like it was.
I don't know.
It's still out of time just a little bit. You need to move that stripper.
Yeah.
I don't know which way, but
I ain't gonna run it too much because it ain't have no antifreeze in it. Alright guys, last night, you see we fired up the van. We actually got it inspected today by the sheriff, and he passed us with flying colors, but it did pass, so we're roadworthy now. I gotta go get the title transferred tomorrow, whatnot. Right now we're gonna go for our maiden voyage test drive. We're gonna see how this goes. It is smoking a little bit, but I don't know if it's just because there's oil still in the exhaust pipe, like it had the smoke show before, but we're gonna try to clean it out, so hope for the best. Anyway, let's go ahead, we'll mount these cameras up, and we'll get on the road. This is probably our first maiden voyage and our last voyage. Watch your head! We're gonna get smoked out. We'll just...
Is that all pressure gauge work on this?
Looks like it is.
Yeah, I know that.
Smoking at the moment. Ain't got no power. Smoking. Huh? Yeah, it's smoking a little bit.
That motor's noisy. Well, it's a lifter or what it is.
Yeah, it's smoking bad.
Holy
Yeah, that's oil burning. Golly, look at it now. Holy crap! What is up, guys? We're back. I was this close to throwing in the towel, but Dad saved the day. Back a long time ago, you remember the F-100, the junk that we drug in out of the field next door. He came over after we got back from our smoke show, and he said, you know, my grandpa bought that truck new. The PCV valve went bad. Brand new truck. It was smoking. Well, what it was doing, it was sucking oil out of the valve cover into the carburetor, burning it, and making a heck of a mist like it was doing on there. So we went to O'Reilly's last night and got a PCV valve to put on here. So right now we're adjusting the valves again because the guy didn't adjust them right. He's probably going to get fired now. So right now we went ahead and adjusted the first three of the left side cylinder. So right now we're going to go ahead and adjust the other side. Last night we got it running pretty good. I didn't video none of it because I was thrashing on it and I was like, I ain't videoing. It was running pretty good. We might have to tweak on the distributor a little bit now since the valves are tight. So we're going to go ahead, put this back together on this side, then we're going to move to the right side and finish it up. Then we're going to be doing some test driving tonight, guys. Let's rock and roll. We don't give up this far into it. Neither should you. Ready?
Wait a minute, let me see. Where's my plug in?
You want me to get a light for you?
Oh, I got it. Alright, start it up. Ain't working. Move my battery cables around. Alright, here it is. Alright, turn it a little bit. A little more, a little more, a little more, a little more. Right there. That's too much. Well, wait a minute. That's about... Well, I think you need to unhook the vacuum advance. I think you're supposed to, when you do this...
Do what?
The vacuum advance, can you unplug it and hold your finger over it?
Yeah, let me try.
It's not on the distributor. There's no vacuum advance on it.
Can you move it just a little bit?
I'm gonna move it the way I was going.
Yeah, just a little.
Or
You're in the wrong way. You're about 4 or 8 degrees there. If you go any little bit more, it's business on it.
a V8, like a small block, I think it's like 12 or 13 degrees. But if you keep going clockwise, it goes to
There's a 5 bit center if you go the other way.
yeah.
You want to put that vacuum line?
There's none on it.
On what? What is this?
1990 Chevy van, G10.
You set the timing and disconnect the
Now
yellow
put
and
the
black
road
wire.
sticker out.
It says 4 degrees before top dead center. Disconnect the black and yellow wire. You know where the black and yellow wire is?
This morning calls for sausage.
It's probably on the motor. Alright guys, we got the valves adjusted. The timing set now. It is late, as you can see, it is dark. But tomorrow we're gonna finish buttoning this thing up. I gotta wash it. I gotta clean all the crap out of the back of it that's piled up in there. We gotta put the engine cover back on. We're gonna go ahead, finish this thing up tomorrow. Then we're gonna hit the road. It's about an hour drive, so we'll see if she makes it. But we're definitely gonna make it now because we're ready to rock and roll. So we ain't got antique tags on this thing today. This is actually my brother's license plate. It's a 1974 Kentucky tag. We're gonna see if he notices that we put it on there tomorrow. Well guys, our maiden voyage didn't last too long. Battery went dead. I don't know if the alternator's not charging or what, but we're currently sitting on the side of the road waiting for our rescue to come rescue us. It's about 11 o'clock at night. So we're gonna wait here until Dad gets here. Alright guys, hopefully you can hear me. Last night, as you saw, we broke down on our maiden voyage back home. This is the alternator. The alternator went out last night, so we went ahead and took it off. We're gonna actually go to O'Reilly's right now and go get us a new one, since this one decided it didn't want to charge. It doesn't want to go camping. That being said, we're gonna go ahead and go pick up our other one. We went ahead and ordered a few today. Hopefully they're right. We're gonna put it on. It's probably a little too late to head there tonight. We're probably just gonna do it in the morning. Do some test driving tonight to make sure nothing else is gonna happen. We'll get this thing dialed in. We'll be ready to rock and roll. Alright guys, we got our new alternator. It's kind of dark, so I don't know how much video I'm gonna do because you're not gonna be able to see it. So hey, this is our new alternator. It's nice and shiny, unlike the other one that decided to leave the chat. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and put this bad boy on. Once we get it on, we're gonna do some test driving tonight. I might just go ahead, throw in the camera, so at least you can ride around with me a little bit. Might go get some ice cream, who knows? We might go pick up some more chicks. We never know what's gonna happen. Anyway, let's go ahead and put this on. We don't have a lot of time, and I don't wanna be doing this in the morning before we go. Oh yeah, guys, we got her started up. Looks like it's charging. She's charging again, so that's a good sign. I think we're gonna go for a little test drive around the block. We're gonna come back, shut her off, and see if she'll start. Alright guys, we just did our second attempt at our maiden voyage, and it went really well. The van is running a lot better. I guess it's because of the battery, because this thing has a computer. So if the computer's not getting the right amount of voltage, it can cause it to run very rough, which was what it was doing yesterday and up until this point. So anyway, we got the alternator finally changed. We're gonna get up and pack our crap in this thing tomorrow, and we're gonna head north to Spring Mill. I don't know if anybody's ever been there or not, but anyway, we're gonna go to some Halloween festivities tomorrow, and we're gonna show you some of that. We'll see you tomorrow morning. We are all loaded up up. We are ready to hit the road. I got all the gear in there. We got to stop and get some gas. I already got the cameras all mounted up. We're ready to rock and roll. It's going to be a little bit of a drive. It's about an hour and a half, I believe. We're going to be on our way right now. Guys, here we go. Oh, yeah. Ready? On the road again. I can't wait to get on the road again. Guys, this is the first vacation I've had this year. We usually go to Rod Run in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. We didn't get to go this year. As you seen earlier, we had to deliver that baby. If you're watching this, Hazley, you're welcome. That's my niece, if you didn't know. Do a little figure 8 action right here. Of course, this guy's turning and is not going to use his turn signal. Very professional. Alright, hopefully it'll start. We'll be right back. We're going to fill this pooch up. We're going to hit the road. Alright guys, let's roll. She's got all the ponies now. We're running on 13 votes. No more, no less. We ain't looking at the gauges. We're looking for the checkered flag. Come on, baby. Let's get up to speed. 50 mile an hour is as fast as we've gone. We're up to 60 mile an hour. Rolling about 65 mile an hour. We just hit 70, but I'm dropping it back down going up the hill. All the gauges look good. We got probably about 100 pounds of oil, it looks like. I get high speed. Top hill, fun comes going through my heart. I think your hair's falling off a little bit. You need to fix that. I don't know if our old gauge is working or not. It's got oil pressure, but it's dropped. It was way above 60 and now it's probably at like 30 or 40 pounds. Still got oil pressure. Doesn't seem like it's running any worse or anything, so we're gonna keep on trucking. Alright, now we're gonna go through the whoopties. We're almost to Louisville, guys. Coming from south of Louisville, going north on 65. We can start hitting some traffic now. Put this bad boy in the fast lane, see what she's got under the hood. Alright guys, we're coming up on Louisville. So we're about roughly 30 minutes into our trip here. We got about an hour to go. We're not quite halfway yet. Almost. Alright guys, we're getting ready to cross over the Ohio River. If you've ever been to Louisville, you know where that's at. Or Woopty section. Anyway, we're ready to cross the bridge now into Indiana. Crossing the new bridge, the toll bridge. This is our first big roadkill style trip that we've ever did. Actually built this van and got it ready. I guess it's a build, call it a build, whatever. For this trip. Did all this just so we could make the trip. And there's a few times I didn't think we was gonna make it. There was a couple times that I just wanted to throw in the towel. I was over it. These old vehicles can be a pain a lot of times, but it's part of it. He likes my van. That's at least 3 years. That's how long my brother's had it. Look at all that corn. Oh, heck, guys, we can run 55 mile an hour. Speed limit's 55. We were doing 60. We can definitely run 55. Whoa there, brother, get over. Want to hit the van. Made it this far. I think we got a popo sitting here on the side of the road. Yeah, that's definitely a popo. He ain't gonna get us. We can't even do the speed limit, let alone speed. Dude, that's a state patrol. Man, it's a nice day to be doing this. We're supposed to have really good weather up here too. Might be a little chilly at night, but I think it's supposed to be in like the mid-80s. So it's a little be warm during the day, but we're only gonna sleep at night if that. Alright guys, we're coming up on 10 minutes to go. We are 8 miles away. We're almost there, guys. Everything's still looking good. I think we can push it this far. Not that I want to, but we're gonna make it. Guys, look out the window. See more cornfields. Coming up on some railroad tracks, guys. Should we jump it? I feel like this thing would just fly through the air if we did, so we're not gonna do that. Oh, there's not even railroad tracks there anymore. Why is there a railroad crossing sign on the map? Oh, look, there's a sign. Spring Mill. Get this push slowed down. Whoa. Oh. We made it, guys. We can have everybody else push from here. This is an actual park. I've never been here before, but there might be bears here, guys. We might get attacked by a bear. It looks like a Tennessee park. Hello.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Doing fine. Are you Indiana resident?
I am not. I'm from Kentucky.
$9, please.
Okay. Woo! Holy crap, what a ride. Where am I gonna park this junk? Holy cow. We made it! Wow, what a ride. Now if it'll just start on the way home, we'll be